Hello, everyone. Welcome along to One Team in Ayrshire. Andy here, Adam Lyne with me as well. And we're going to chat about the new season, but especially about the League Cup group stage. A little bit of a preview for the League Cup. So we've got fixtures coming up against East Kilbride, Clyde, Morton and Stranraer. And hopefully Kilmarnock can get the season off and running in the best possible way. Lots of new players. We're in a new league. So I think it's really important that we get the start we're looking for. So, Adam, looking forward to it then. East Kilbride Saturday. We're lucky to manage to get a couple of tickets. I know there was only 100 for the Kelly fans, but yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it feels like a really exciting start to the season. It actually doesn't seem like very long since, that last game at Rugby Park against Dundee, and it feels like it's crept up on us quite quickly. But, it's a good distraction from, the sort of past few months where all Kelly fans have kind of been pining a bit over the Premiership, and we've just had to get used to the fact that we're going to be in the Championship next season. But this will be a nice distraction, playing against lower league teams, seeing all the new players, and hopefully getting a few goals and getting off to the best possible start, which is so important this year especially.
Yeah, so, I just want to talk about the Cup and what it means this season for Kilmarnock. Do I think we're going to go on and have a great run and maybe win it? Not really, no. For me, the League Cup especially, is all about getting ourselves drilled in, getting ourselves ready for this season, because we know how difficult it is. I've looked at the bookie odds in McBookie. We're 5-4 favourites. Hamilton second favourites at 4-1. We're favourites to win that league, but I feel we need to use this League Cup as a good chance to get the squad to gel and ensure that when we come to that first game of the season in the league against there, that we're ready to hit the ground running. Because, we don't want to get carried away as Kilmarnock fans. We are in the Championship. We should, on paper, be trying to win the league. There's no doubt about that. We've been in the top flight for so long. And I think it's very important that we take the League Cup really seriously and try and build some momentum going into the season. And hopefully we can start by doing that against East Kilbride on Saturday.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you just have to think back to a couple of years ago, 2017, I think it was, when we had the first stages of the Cup, and we were pretty dreadful. We lost that opening game to Ayr away, and it just never really set us up for the season very well. So although these 4 games against lower league opposition, it's a great chance for the players to get to know each other, build up that chemistry, build up that teamwork. And they've only had a couple of bounce games and a couple of friendlies over in Northern Ireland. So, these will be so important. Obviously, we want to get good results and progress. You'd expect us to progress from the group, given that we are certainly the highest ranked team in there. But, it is more important the fact that we're getting the games under the belt, so that when we come up against Ayr United on the Monday night for the first game of the season, we are ready to go, and we're not going into it, with the team still not gelled and still not working together.
Yeah, and on that topic, with a couple of games prior to now, I think that's great that the board found the funds to let the club go across to Northern Ireland and play a couple of games. I think it's really important. That it gives a chance for the squad to properly gel. As we spoke about going into the League Cup, because at the end of the day, these are competitive games. They are, no matter what way you look at it. So, it was good for the board to let the players go out there, and you've seen some of the videos that Kilmarnock have been putting out on YouTube. It was nice to see the players bonding quite well. So I think that's very important. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how the first 4 games go. But we start off away to East Kilbride on Saturday, then we're away to Clyde, and then we finish with 2 home games against Morton and Stranraer. And you're absolutely right, Adam. We are on paper the highest ranked team in there. We might now be in the Championship, but we've got to go looking at those 4 games and try and win that group, because that's what we should be doing, and that's exactly what we need to set ourselves up for the season ahead. And it gives Tommy Wright a big chance as well to have a look at his team, a look at the squad he's assembled up till now, see where he needs a couple of players here and there, because I'm sure there's more signings to come yet. And it will give him an idea of what his starting 11 will be going into that first game against Ayr United in the league, which is going to be so important. So I think it's quite good, the draw that we've got. I think it's a nice way to ease us into the season against some decent opposition. But no, you don't want to be jumping in there against Ayr United in the Cup, lose it, and then you're under pressure right away, as we saw back in 2017 with Lee McCulloch. So no, I think that's a good set of fixtures we've got there, and it's a good opportunity to get up and running, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that game against Morton, the third game in the group, will be so telling and so important, given that
spot on.
Morton were basically almost dropping out of the Championship last year, just about stayed up by the skin of their teeth. So that's kind of, that'll be a benchmark to see sort of where we are in terms of the levels of the Championship. Hopefully you'd think we would go out there, beat them relatively comfortably, and that would, you'd think, set us up quite well for the season. But, if we go out there, we're not quite at it, and Morton can sneak a result, then you might be thinking, the league is going to be difficult this year. And I think it's going to be difficult anyway. I know we're favourites to win the league, but it's certainly not going to be like Hearts last year where we were winning, almost every game. They're expecting us to win a canter. It'll be so tight, and it will come down to the last couple of weeks of the season. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, those games will be telling, especially that one, as we say, against Morton. But it'll be also a chance to, as you say, see some of the players, for Tommy Wright to see some of the players, and hopefully see if some players are going to be good enough for the Championship. There's some really interesting players in the team that I can't wait to get a look at in Achilles strip. Personally, for me, Scott Robinson, I can't wait to see what he can do in the Championship. Obviously had a fantastic season with Livingston last year, so you'd hope that with the step down to the Championship, he could just be, one of our star players and one of the best players in the league this season. Yeah,
I think there's a few good additions from Tommy Wright. Certainly players that we know are good players, especially Scott Robinson, as you say. We know Jason Naismith's a decent player. We know, of course, that Armstrong's been played really well for Raith Rovers in the Championship. So there's a few players I think we know enough about that there's a lot of good reason for that promise. So we'll wait and see. But I think the other thing that we know, we spoke about the Morton game being really telling, how it's going to set us up for the season. What else I think is going to be quite telling is we're going to be playing Clyde again. And we played Clyde, of course, last season away from home at Broadwood in the Cup. And that wasn't actually that long ago because, of course, that Cup was delayed, wasn't it? So, that'll be quite interesting to see how this new lineup compares to that lineup away to Clyde. And, again, I know it's only a one-off game. I think it's nice to play the same team again and with a new team, fresh, new season, and just try and get a gauge for where we're at. So that's what I'm trying to get at with the fixtures we've got. I think they're good fixtures as well. And I think as well, from trying to get through, from the point of view of trying to get through, I think it's nice. It's good that we've got the lower league teams away from home and we've got the Morton game at home, obviously Stranraer at home as well. So yeah, it's nicely set up and I'm really looking forward to it. So what are you thinking for Saturday, Adam? What's your prediction or what's your expectations or what would you like to see from Kilmarnock on Saturday?
I mean, East Kilbride are obviously in the Lowland League, but at the end of the day, they've signed quite a lot of high-profile players over the summer. They have spent quite a lot of money, so I don't think it's going to be as simple a game as perhaps some people are making out. Obviously, on their AstroTurf Park, a park which obviously we know, a surface which we know very well, but with only 250 fans in there, I think it's going to be a really interesting atmosphere. And I don't think it'll be quite as simple as it's made out. I think trying to get an early goal will be crucial. But obviously, this will be really the first proper competitive game that a lot of these players have played, especially together. And a lot of these players have played in Scotland. This will be their first competitive game. So
exactly.
It will be very interesting. And I think it will take a while in the game for the team to gel and bring it together. But you'd think eventually we would have enough quality to see off East Kilbride, but if not, then it could set us up for a worrying group, you would think.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to see us go out on Saturday and try and get a clean sheet first and foremost. I think that's important. Going away to a Lowland League side, yes, it's made signings as you say, Adam, but we need to be going there and trying to stamp our authority and let the other teams know in the group that we are here to win this group and kick on and have a good season in the league, and let the fans know as well that that's what we're intent on doing. So I'd like to see a clean sheet, and I'd like to see us. And I agree with you, Adam. The players won't have gelled. They've not have played much together at all. I think it'll be difficult to get that early goal, as you say, but it would be nice to get one. If not, I'd like to see us grind it out, work hard, and try and win the game 2 or 3-0 preferably. But we'll wait and see what happens. It won't be plain sailing. It won't be that easy. There's no guarantees. I'm not going to sit here and get carried away and go, we've signed him, this, that, the next thing. We're going to walk the league. It might not be that simple. We've seen what's happened with other teams in the past. Partick Thistle, Falkirk, they've struggled, dropped into League One. Dundee United, even them, Hearts, at times, they've all struggled to get straight back up. So, we'll wait and see. And, you spoke about Hearts earlier, Adam. they did go up, but I don't think the Hearts fans are very happy with Robbie Neilson and the way they went about going up, because they did lose a few games and they didn't stutter over the line, but they weren't brilliant. So we'll wait and see what happens with Kelly. But no, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I can't wait for Saturday. We're back.
Yeah, I think that's what I was just going to say. It's the first away game that we've had fans at since that day at Hamilton that we missed the kickoff for. So it should be a great occasion. Only 100 Killie fans, obviously, but just I'm sure there'll be still a decent amount of noise made and a decent atmosphere in there, and it just heralds the return of away fans to grounds, which is something that we've looked forward to for a long time. Obviously, being in the Championship, although it's not ideal, one of the things that we were looking forward to about being in the Championship was going to different away grounds. So I'm sure we'll cover that more in more detail in the main season preview. But even going back to Clyde as an away fan, going to East Kilbride will be fantastic, and just can't wait to get started on that.
And the positive thing is, we don't know what's going to happen with restrictions. Away to Clyde, it's a big stadium, so there's more chance that there'll be more Killie fans in there. Maybe even possibly 500, which is probably about as many as would maybe go anyway before COVID for a game against Clyde in the Cup. So no, we'll wait and see if we can get a good crowd in there. But I think that's entirely possible. What is it, a 8,000 seater stadium? So I don't see why they can't get 500-600 Killie fans in that ground. So we'll wait and see what happens, but that would be ideal, Adam, as well. And again, that goes back to what I was saying about the draw. It's quite kind. It's a bigger ground, smaller team away from home. Chance to get some fans in and chance to get the crowd all buzzing for that big game against Ayr, which we're all looking forward to.
Yeah, and for the home games as well, 2,000 inside Rugby Park. So there was 500 at the playoff second leg, and the noise there was fantastic. So to have 4 times that will just be fantastic to see all the fans back again, and sets up, as you say, nicely for the start of the season.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that wraps it up then. A little chat about the League Cup games coming up. Of course, East Kilbride, Clyde, Morton and Stranraer. Well, me and Adam will be going along. I'm sure that we'll all be watching at home. And for those that managed to get a ticket as well, luckily, it's going to be a cracker. And hopefully, Kilmarnock can get the season off to a winning start. Goodbye.